And good morning, Shima girls. I'm back again as promised. First and foremost, my shampoo is part of my Shima hair growth system, which means it works on relaxed, natural, biracial, and any other type of dry hair texture. Okay, is a moisture maintenance product as well because as black women, our hair needs moisture. Okay, I'm going to dive in right now because there's a few questions here that I definitely need to elaborate so that you ladies can understand it from A to Z, because it's extremely important that you ladies know how to use my Shima hair products the correct way so you can get the best results possible. Okay, so here's number one. Well, the answer to that question is going to be a no, but with just one exception, which I'm going to get into at the end. Okay, so but the main answer is going to be no. It is not okay to use my Shima hair repair shampoo on wet hair. However, this does not mean that you will damage your hair if you do apply my shampoo to wet hair. Now, in order for you Shima girls to better understand why I do not advise you to use my Shima shampoo on wet hair, let's take a look at the sponge analogy. Remember how in the previous video I had described how when a sponge is dry, it is able to absorb moisture much more easily, and the moisture is able to penetrate the sponge to its fullest potential? So think of your hair as a sponge, which means that it will also be able to absorb my shampoo much more easily and penetrate your hair shaft to its fullest potential. Okay, now in order to understand even more why it is imperative that you Shima girls use my shampoo on hair that is dry, let's say you take a sponge that is already wet. Okay, let's pretend, or if you actually want to do it, take a sponge or wet the sponge, let's say it's wet. Let's say you wiped away some spilled soda or something. Now you take that same sponge, which is already wet, which is full of moisture, full of the soda you just wiped out of your counter, and then you go and try to wipe, another spillage. Say a glass of water that was knocked over onto your floor or counter, and you proceed to press the wet sponge onto the counter or floor, trying to wipe out, trying to wipe away that water. Okay, what you will immediately realize is that the sponge failed to soak up that spilled water to its fullest potential. Okay, thus leaving your floor counter still pretty much wet. In other words, the spilled soda that filled up your sponge previously acted like a barrier against allowing more moisture to come in. Now, this same situation, this same comparison also applies to your hair. Okay, so for you ladies that are always asking me if you can apply my Shima Hair Repair shampoo to your wet hair, okay, let's say your hair is wet and you take my shampoo and you proceed to apply my shampoo to your wet hair. Now, the water that is already in your hair is going to act like a barrier, exactly like the wet sponge did when you were trying to, pick up, wipe out the water. Okay, it's going to act like a barrier against my shampoo, which means that this barrier is not going to allow my shampoo to penetrate deep into your hair shaft to its fullest potential. Now, with that note, let me say that it may penetrate somewhat because I created my shampoo with the highest quality of ingredients. Remember, all my products are specifically created for the unique requirements of Afro textured hair. But this does not mean, and this is very important, this does not mean that it's going to penetrate your hair shaft to its fullest potential. And this is why it is imperative, ladies, it is imperative that you use my Shima Hair Repair Shampoo and any other of my Shima Hair products exactly as I instruct you to use them so that my products can work in your hair to its fullest potential. The answer to that is absolutely yes. my Shima Hair Repair Shampoo is definitely free of all those harsh sulfates that basically just end up stripping our hair of its natural moisture slash oils. And once again, I discussed this issue in a previous video regarding sulfates, okay? And if interested, you can watch it again here. I'm gonna post a link. So I'm not gonna spend too much time talking about sulfates because I already made a whole video about sulfates. So if you are interested in the subject again, which is very important, okay, to the health of our hair, so it can grow longer, healthier, and stronger, check out my sulfate video here. All right, let's go on to the last question. Okay, now the answer to that question is the following. The good rule of thumb to use will always be between 7 to 10 days, and that's depending on your lifestyle. Now, what does this mean? This means, ladies, that if you lead a very active lifestyle, then you may need to wash your hair sooner than the 7 to 10-day rule. And that would be okay. However, let me point out that I lead a pretty active lifestyle myself. I find myself working out, like doing aerobics, jogging, walking for 1 to 2 miles daily, and I sweat a lot as well. Yet I am still able to hold off washing my hair, way longer than that 7 to 10 day period. As a matter of fact, I have gone as long as 2 weeks without having to wash my hair. And it is still nice and clean. Okay, now how do I achieve this? Well, I remain consistent with my protective styles. Okay, meaning I remain consistent with my Shima bun, which is my favorite protective style. And this basically means that my hair is picked up and out of the way. It means that it is not brushing against my sweaty back when I'm exercising or shoulders or anything like that. Okay, and it is also out of the way, of the drying effect of the air. Remember that the air, it dries out our hair like like nothing you've ever seen. Okay, we don't think of the air as a drying agent, but it is a drying agent. Okay, and it will dry out your hair. Okay, now this also means that it's also being protected against the floating lint slash dirt from the environment. Okay, and that is how I'm able to keep my hair very clean for up to 2 weeks, and how you can do it too. Okay, and all I do is basically apply my Shima oil once every other day to the outside of my protective style. This is also why it is essential to not be, mixing my products, because remember, most of those over-the-counter black hair products contain mineral oil. And remember that mineral oil attracts all kinds of lint and dirt to your hair. And this is why a lot of you ladies find yourself having to wash your hair sooner than the 7 to 10 day period. It doesn't just have to do with you leading an active lifestyle. You're using so-called black hair products, which contains mineral oil and all in the who knows how many other type of drying, unhealthy ingredients that will attract dirt and lint to your hair, thus making your hair dirtier. Okay, much more quickly. And your answer to that question is, I already have. And you can find this tutorial in my Shima Hair Wash Day DVD. And you will see exactly how to apply my Shima Hair Repair Shampoo, how to wash it out while you are still in the shower, how to comb your hair while you are still in the shower as well, how to then apply my Shima Hair Repair Leave-In Conditioner, how to roller set, how to trim, and finally how to apply my Shima oil, and so much more. I definitely decided to, give it my all with the Shima Hair Wash Day DVD, so my newbie Shima girls can learn how to, use all of my products from scratch. I compressed my DVD into a 2.5 hour, of back-to-back tutorial, and it is imperative. It is an imperative must-have for any Shima girl newbie just starting out, and as well as an extremely important refresher course for my advanced Shima girls. So, it's definitely important that you ladies, have the Shima Hair Wash Day DVD, because that is the DVD where I show you from scratch how to use all of my products. All right. And on that note, Now I would like to take this moment to share the amazing progress of two of my real life Shima girls who have achieved tremendous results using my Shima Hair Repair shampoo on their hair.